Will the graduates and faculty please go to your designated areas to line up for the processional, and guests, please be seated and please silence your phones. Friends, family, and honored guests, please stand if you are able. The College of Education, Health, and Society proudly presents the class of 2025. friends, family, and honored guests, the faculty of the College of Education, Health, and Society, students, faculty, and guests, please welcome the Dean and Administration of the College of Education, Health, and Society.
Good morning. I am Amity Noltemeyer, Dean of the College of Education, Health, and Society. It is my pleasure to welcome you to today's recognition ceremony. Please remain standing if you are able and remove your hats to join us in the singing of the national anthem. Please be seated. I now invite co-chair of the Dean's Student Leadership Council and current EHS graduate, Alexandra Bragg, from the Department of Kinesiology, Nutrition, and Health to the podium.
Congratulations, class of 2025. Welcome. I'm Alex Bagg, and what an honor it is for me to welcome you all to the College of Education, Health and Society Commencement Ceremony. What an accomplishment this is for all of us. After years of overnight cram sessions, maybe some tears, telling yourself, it's basically common sense, I'll know the answer when I see it, and countless memories in between, and it has led us all to this moment, graduation. We all would not be here if it were not for the sacrifices, support, and love of our friends, family, mentors, faculty, and staff. We all have so much ahead of us, and it can feel both exciting and overwhelming. But I've come to realize that it's better to embrace this next chapter, unknown or known, and face it head on. Sure, failures or roadblocks along the way are inevitable, but don't let them stop you. Don't let them define you. I recently had a setback of my own, and it's disappointing and upsetting, but my mom said something to me that I have not forgotten. She said, "I can't imagine how you must feel. I know it's hard, so cry your tears, be upset, but when you're done, brush yourself off and get back up because you can do it." So, as I welcome you all to commencement and the next chapter of your life, I hope you remember my mom's advice. Don't give up. On whatever your goals are, don't let anyone or anything stop you from achieving them. You're a Miami University alumni now. You can do anything you set your mind to. So, embrace this next chapter of life with arms wide open. To think in such a place, we led such a life. Thank you all, and congratulations to the class of 2025.
Thank you, Alex. Students, not only did you choose to make it Miami, you have made it at Miami, and for that you are to be congratulated. Graduates, your journey to this day began the moment you chose Miami. But today we're not just celebrating that choice. We're celebrating your perseverance, your growth, and many moments, big and small, that brought you to this milestone. You've crossed the finish line, and now you join the legacy of Miami University, 216 years strong and counting. Let's hear it for the class of 2025. The College of Education, Health and Society has a proud history, stretching back to 1902 when it became Miami's first professional school. Since then, it's been a place where leaders and change makers are shaped, people who go on to make meaningful contributions in schools, clinics, teams, families, companies, communities, and beyond. You are now part of that story. On behalf of everyone here, faculty, staff, advisors, and others, it is an honor to celebrate all that you have accomplished. Now, before we go any further, I want to pause to acknowledge the people who helped make today possible, not by walking across this stage, but by walking beside you throughout the years. Graduates, please rise if you are able. Find the familiar faces, family, friends, mentors, partners, the ones who encouraged you when things got hard and who never stopped believing in your potential. Wave to them and thank them with a well-deserved round of applause. Please be seated. At this time, I'm pleased to recognize those participating in today's ceremony. Serving as our Grand Marshal, Dr. Helene Alessio is the recipient of the 2024 Benjamin Harrison Medallion. The medallion is awarded annually for extraordinary and sustained contributions related to teaching, research, and service over the course of a career at the university. I also wish to acknowledge Dr. Chuck Catania from the Department of Educational Psychology, our pianist, Treva Boardman, and our sextet from the Men's Glee Club, who are all music education students, for their very important contributions. Let's give them all a round of applause. It is also with great pride that I ask those most responsible for your education here at Miami, the faculty and staff here today, who represent our entire family in the College of Education, Health, and Society, and our distinguished emeriti who might be in the audience, to please stand and be recognized. Thank you. You may be seated. I would now like to call upon Dr. Cheryl Sellers, Associate Dean for Undergraduate Education, Innovation, and Technology, and Professor in the Department of Family Science and Social Work, for further introductions.
Good morning. It is my pleasure to introduce the members of our platform party. I will ask that each person stand and turn to be recognized, but please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Seated to my far right, sign language interpreters Jessica Liebman and Joyce Schumann. Dr. Melissa Chase, Professor and Chair in the Department of Sport Leadership and Management. Dr. Daryl Davis, Professor and Acting Chair in the Department of Educational Psychology. Dr. Kyle Timmerman, Professor and Interim Chair in the Department of Kinesiology, Nutrition, and Health. Leah Minetti, Assistant Dean of Student Success. Dr. Brian Schultz, Associate Dean for External Relations and Partnerships, and Professor in Teaching, Curriculum, and Educational Inquiry. Dr. Naz Batista, Associate Dean for Faculty Excellence and Community Development, and Professor in Teaching, Curriculum, and Educational Inquiry. And Dr. Amity Notmeyer, Dean of the College of Education, Health, and Society. To my far left, Dr. Jania Reyes, Associate Professor and Chair in the Department of Teaching, Curriculum, and Educational Inquiry. Dr. Anthony James, Professor and Interim Chair in the Department of Family Science and Social Work. Dr. Jason Abbott, Associate Dean for the Graduate School and Professor in Educational Psychology. Andrew Whitson, one of our speakers for today's ceremony, who is graduating with degrees in Chinese education, linguistics, and East Asian languages and cultures. And Deborah Oblemek, another of our speakers, graduating with degrees in social work and international studies. And Andrea Braggs, our welcoming speaker, graduating with a Master's of Science in Exercise Science and Health Science. This, friends and family, is our platform party.
We will now honor the accomplishments of our undergraduate students who are graduating today with distinction. Would the undergraduates who have achieved the distinction of cum laude, a grade point average of 3.76, please stand if you're able and be recognized. Please be seated. Would the undergraduates who have achieved the distinction of magna cum laude, a grade point average of 3.9, please stand if you're able and be recognized. Would the undergraduates who have achieved the distinction of summa cum laude, a grade point average of 3.97, please stand if you're able and be recognized. Congratulations to you all on your achievement of these academic distinctions. I now invite current EHS graduate Deborah Alabode from Department of Family Science and Social Work to the podium.
Dear faculty, staff, families, friends, and fellow graduates, it's an honor to speak to you today as we celebrate the closing of one chapter and the opening of another. First off, congratulations to my fellow Miami class of 2025! We did it! Even though today is bittersweet as we say goodbye to some of our closest friends and a place we've called home over the years, it is also a day of celebration. Celebrating all the hard work we've put into earning our degrees, how great we look in our graduation regalia, and recognizing the support of our loved ones seated here with us today. Now, for the grads in the room, the question that we will be asked a million times is what comes next? For some, it's a job or graduate school. For others, it's joining a commune or enjoying some pretty fun adventures. And for some of you, you are unsure, and that's okay. Each one of our paths come to us in different ways and at different times. The most important thing is that we're becoming people today with the goal of making a better tomorrow. Over my years at Miami, I've had the opportunity to join the urban cohort, woo! A community-based social justice program run out of the College of Education, Health, and Society. Our director, Dr. Tammy Schwartz, always started her emails to the cohort the same way: hello, good humans. At first, I thought this was her trying to be fancy or her trying to get around the need to double-check the time of the day, but this was something else. She knew that with our choice to join the cohort, we had taken a step towards the path of becoming a good human. The same applies to all of us today. But what exactly is a good human? Honestly, it's pretty hard to define. Is it based on morals or on the examples we set? The definition is so broad and complex that being a good human can feel like a daunting task. What I do know is that with our curriculum, every graduate in this room is qualified. From education, to SLAM, to kinesiology, to social work. All of our degrees have thoroughly prepared us to become people who pour into others through our work. While the journey may have been tough, we are here today as humans committed to making a positive impact in society. Whether we've been aware of it or not, all of the experiences we've had during our time here at Miami has given us the skills we need to go out and do this work. Those long days of hands-on field experiences and internships showed us how to think critically and problem solve. The struggle of finding parking on campus, including today, taught us perseverance and patience. And even up until last week, the construction in McGuffey paired with senioritis was basically a test on how to stay focused in class. Now, as we begin the next phase of our lives, it is up to us to use these lessons for the better.
Let's commit ourselves to continuous growth, to listening and learning from others, and to being the change we wish to see in the world. Yes, post-college is frightening, but we are ready, even if it doesn't feel like it. Remember that each of us has the power to make a positive difference in what tomorrow brings. Once again, congratulations, class of 2025. Go out and be the good humans the world needs. Thank you.
Thank you, Deborah. I now invite current EHS graduate, Andrew Whitson from the Department of Teaching, Curriculum, and Educational Inquiry to the podium.
Hello, EHS class of 2025. I just wanted to first reiterate your accomplishment and just how proud all of you should be of yourselves. You worked tirelessly these past few years, and now is a day of celebration. But while we celebrate your tremendous feat, I'd like for us to take a moment of reflection and consider all the people who've helped us along the way. For while I know all of you are exceptionally competent within your own right, without certain friends, family members, mentors, and professors serving as pillars of support along the way, we would not be here today. At least I know that I wouldn't. For me and countless others, one of those irreplaceable pillars of support was Dr. Martha Castaneda, Dr. C. Today, it is an honor to remember Dr. C and share with you all 4 of her qualities that each and every one of us should aspire to replicate within our own respective path. By the time I walked into my first class of Dr. C's, I was pretty content with my routine of sitting unnoticed in the back of the classroom, engaged, but keeping my relationships with my peers and professors superficial. That was not going to fly with Dr. C, however. By the end of that semester, I was seated around her very own kitchen table with her and 5 of my new closest friends, sharing a meal and reminiscing. This brings us to her first quality. Dr. C was a cultivator of connection and community. After today, we leave behind the established circles that we've been fortunate enough to find here at Miami. And so, as we go off onto our own, I want you to realize, as Dr. C showed me, that friendship and community, it's often not found, it's built. When Dr. C was 11 years old, she left the world she knew in her home country of Honduras and settled in a rural part of Florida. I can only imagine the difficulty that navigating this new culture must have been, especially with her not speaking English upon arrival. She was held back in her academics due to being an English learner, despite being an incredibly gifted student. I'm sure it was this experience that led Dr. C onto the path that she ultimately pursued, which brings me to her next quality. Dr. C epitomized advocacy. She advocated for herself, for her students, and for all the English learners who struggled as she had. That was her cause. But all of us have causes, values, and convictions of our own. Whatever they are, advocate for them, as Dr. C did for hers. Her third quality was passion. Dr. C was the most passionate and involved person I have ever met. And nothing better represents just how passionate and involved she was more than when she would have her Google Calendar pulled up during class. Every second of every day had something going on. Color-coded bricks of classes, meetings with colleagues and students, presentations, seminars, coffee with her friends, taking her daughter to swim lessons. I mean, it looked like a mosaic. And all of this passion she maintained while battling illness. We were all aware, to some extent, of her decline in health and how she was confronting exceptionally unfavorable odds. But even with this awareness dwelling in our thoughts, her passing still came as an utter shock. And the reason for this, at least for me, is thinking back to all my memories of Dr. C. They're almost entirely filled with ones of her with a smile and ready to educate. Which brings us to her final quality. Dr. C lived with joy and with purpose. While I'm sure Dr. C was uncertain about her future, it was clear that she did not let this uncertainty get in the way of the meaningful work she was doing and the fulfillment that it brought her. While Dr. C may not physically be here today, it's my sincere hope that my words have conveyed the kind of person she was, so that her influence, which led to profound growth within myself, might also reach you. And it must reach you, for we are also entering a period of instability and uncertainty. While we do not know what the future holds, what we do know is the kind of people we should be. People like Dr. C. It is our turn to be that pillar of support for someone, for a community, for a cause. Whatever your cause is, advocate for it. Advocate for yourself and for others. Fight for your cause with unbridled passion. Be a cultivator of connection and community, and always live with joy and with purpose. Thank you.
Thank you, Deborah and Andrew, for those very touching and inspiring words. At this point, I would like to call on members of the platform party to come forward and congratulate the graduates from EHS. I now invite Jason Abbott to the podium.
On behalf of the Graduate School, it is my honor to acknowledge the accomplishments of our students here today who have completed their programs of graduate study. Will all the candidates for the doctoral degree, master's degree, and specialist in education degree please stand if you are able. Friends and family, I present to you our newest Miami University graduate candidates who are earning their doctoral, master's, or specialist in education degree. Please join me in congratulating them on their accomplishment. Please be seated, and I now invite Anthony James to the podium.
Will the undergraduates from the Department of Family Science and Social Work please stand if you are able? It's okay. Friends and family, I present to you our newest Miami University graduates who have majored in Family Science and Social Work. Please join me in congratulating them on their accomplishments. Please be seated. I now invite Melissa Chase to the podium.
Will the undergraduates in the Department of Sport, Leadership, and Management please stand if you are able? Friends and family, I present to you our newest Miami University graduates who have majored in sport management, sport coaching, and sport communication and media. Please join me in congratulating them on their accomplishments. Please be seated. I now invite Daryl Davis to the podium.
Will the undergraduates from the Department of Educational Psychology please stand if you're able? Friends and family, I present to you our newest Miami University graduates who have majored in inclusive special education and primary education with licensure in general and special education. Please join me in congratulating them on their accomplishments. Please be seated. I now invite Kyle Timmerman to the podium.
Will the undergraduates from the Department of Kinesiology, Nutrition, and Health please stand if you are able? Friends and family, I present to you our newest Miami University graduates who have majored in kinesiology, nutrition, and public health. Please join me in congratulating them on their accomplishments. Please be seated. I now invite Brian Schultz to the podium.
Will the undergraduates from the Department of Educational Leadership please stand if you are able? Friends and family, I present to you our newest Miami University graduates who have majored in educational studies. Please join me in congratulating them on their accomplishments. Please be seated. I now invite Geneva Reyes to the podium.
Will the undergraduates from the Department of Teaching, Curriculum, and Educational Inquiry please stand if you're able? Friends and family, I present to you our newest Miami University graduates who have majored in primary education, middle childhood education, adolescent young adult education, and world language education. Please join me in congratulating them on their accomplishments. Please be seated.
Will our faculty assistants for today's ceremony please take their locations as I make introductions? Our stage assistants are Dr. Angela Curl, Associate Professor in Family Science and Social Work, and Dr. Ashley Johnson, Clinical Professor in Educational Psychology. Our diploma distributors are Dr. Michelle Cosma, Clinical Professor in Teaching, Curriculum, and Educational Inquiry, and Dr. Mark Walsh, Professor in Kinesiology, Nutrition, and Health. Our readers for today are Dr. Kelly Rushak, Assistant Professor in Teaching, Curriculum, and Educational Inquiry, and Dr. Robin Veely, Professor in Sport Leadership and Management. Marshals leading our graduate students are Dr. Brianna Von Meisner, Assistant Clinical Professor, and Dr. Sarah Watt, Associate Professor in Educational Psychology. And marshals leading our undergraduate students are Dr. Sam Morris, Clinical Professor in Sport Leadership and Management, and Dr. Matthew Siegel, Assistant Teaching Professor in Teaching, Curriculum, and Educational Inquiry. Now's the time we've been waiting for. It's time to recognize the achievements of our graduates. In just a moment, we'll begin reading each graduate's name as they cross the stage and receive our congratulations. We know how exciting this moment is for both the graduates and their loved ones, and it's only natural to want to cheer, But if possible, we ask that you could hold your applause until all names have been read. This small gesture ensures that each family can hear their graduates' names spoken clearly. Graduates, as each of you walks across the stage, you'll be handed your diploma, a symbol of the dedication, persistence, and academic accomplishments. But this is more than just an ending, it's a beginning. That's why we call it commencement. It marks the start of your journey forward, out into the world, equipped to make a difference. Along with your diploma, you will also receive something unique to the College of Education, Health, and Society, your Changemaker coin. This coin is more than a keepsake. It's a reminder, a small symbol of your commitment to contribute, to lead, and to serve. While your diploma may find a place on your wall, we hope your coin stays with you as a reminder of the responsibility and opportunity that come with your education to help shape a better world. Now I ask that the Associate Dean of the Graduate School, Jason Abbott, join me as we congratulate those who have completed a graduate degree or advanced certification.
Allison Floria.
Alexandra Madeline Bagg.
Augustus Luke Wyan.
Lauren Hillary Oscom.
Daniel A. Cosma.
Annalise Ray Fugate.
Lindsay Aaron Mung.
Emily Marie French.
Mary Neely Young.
Catherine Guerin Zabala.
Hannah Demecha.
Carly Marissa Valenta.
Katia Tone Daniels.
Elise Marie Elliott.
Christiana Aloede Taylor.
Brittany Marie Taylor.
Brian Robert Gronsky.
Emma Skirvin.
Isabella Marie Recker.
Carrie Catherine Hill.
Cloney Cheyenne Felder.
Kathleen Ann Corrigan.
Georgette Christine Early.
And Jeanette Ray Heck Busso.
Delaney Laura Beckenhaupt.
Cheryl Lynn Hill.
Gretchen Erica Lankford.
Trinice Nicole Davidson.
Deanna Maya McNean.
Courtney Noel Jones.
Lindsay Jane Thompson.
Marianne Elizabeth Poirier.
Maggie Elizabeth Bowling.
Candace Elizabeth Manning.
Jessie Ann Boy.
Morgan Ashley Butler.
Christina Nicole Fligner.
Jessica Copenhaver.
Carla Ali Mustufa.
Lori Cheka.
Ni Lum Talib.
Rebecca Elizabeth Klein.
Rebecca Sosai.
Lydia Gale Foy.
Olivia Lynn Leonard.
Hannah Susan Vorderer.
Kelsey Elizabeth Bench.
Jordan Sanders Roth.
Julia Christine Lamole.
Kennedy Alleray Roberts.
Caroline Ann Geist.
Anna Maureen Williams.
Patricia Ann Kinzer.
Ricky Allen McVetti III.
Matthew David Lysick.
Ann Lee Nielsen.
Michael Thomas Boyer.
Rachel Gladwell.
Melanie June Key Young Case.
Madison Elizabeth Lankite.
Erin Victoria Marie Sexton.
Olivia Noel Bach.
Mackenzie Cashin Ellis.
Lovia Ose.
Shelby Diane Exline.
Olivia Louise Miller.
Jacob Taylor Geisheimer.
McKenna May Gordon.
Vanessa Saluda Mann.
Alyssa Vale Fessenmeyer.
Brianna Grace Garocian.
Julianne Elizabeth Locke.
Romana Ferdis.
Kayla Elizabeth Reeder.
Hannah Michelle Boat.
Luke Fusco Borsity.
Miller. John Roger Miller.
Blake Michael Gurman.
Hampus Niels Lars Rydkist.
Tracy Statham.
Zachary Edward Clicoda.
Ashley Catherine Betts.
Wait. Oh. Bryce Patrick Foran.
Asia Lee Walsh.
Eric Alexander Gross.
Alyssa Monique Batts.
Scarlett Lizeth Cortez Amador. Aw.
Reagan Alyssa Mason.
What's the dog's name? Abigail Trin Gannon with Margot.
I love a dog. Hannah D. Ballard.
Jennifer Nicole Hall Nelson.
India Bella Taylor Brandon.
Jalen B. Collier.
Maya Nichelle Banks.
Anna Stacia Clark.
Maricela Shadell Anderson.
Maggie Virginia Hayes.
Milan Bajgai.
Allison Catherine Kiselican.
Jillian Ray Gruber.
Emma Marie Ergang.
Safa Parveen.
Philip Douglas Kaufman.
Hallie Ann Vernon.
Hannah Ray Theriault.
Catherine Elizabeth Tom.
Brian Walter Rudolph.
Catherine Roberta Craig.
Shelby Aaron Wright.
Alana Burchett.
Allison Joe Slaw.
Coco Chanel Jepson.
Wow. Taylor Lauren Helwig.
Ellen Elizabeth Banky.
Kirsten Thomas Grumbos.
Abigail Lee Elam.
Gabrielle Thomas Grumbos.
Allison Grace Weinzerl.
Addison Lee Lancaster.
Ryan Vincent Counts.
Silas Baldwin Tomasino.
Jessica Aiden Smith.
Joshua Ian Pollock.
Trudy Bechtold.
Antoine Emmanuel Bennett Jr.
Karen Payadomo Kudzosa.
Elijah Fernando Obrist.
Muhan Angela Young.
Mackenzie Hart Weeks.
Yu Chao Fong.
Keaton J. Morisaki.
Tianrei Yang.
Abigail Lynn Wolf.
Asiana Shantae Ely.
Mackenzie Grace Holder.
Jonathan Rafael Rodriguez. Regina Teresa Chimenti. Kalia Marcel. And Adam Sohn.
Please join me in congratulating the graduates of our graduate programs. I now ask that Associate Dean Cheryl Sellers please join me as we congratulate those who have completed undergraduate degrees or certifications.
Okay. Is there something? Okay. Oh, I get it. I think. Aliona Renee Ahmed.
Deborah Deborah Toluwalope Olabode.
Wait just a minute. Mary Bernadette Comer.
As a friend of Martha's, that was so wonderful. David Andrew Whitson.
Lauren Elizabeth Sass.
Mackenzie Lauren Petz.
Susan Jinsol Park.
Emma Call O'Mara.
Lucy Elizabeth Krumholtz.
Elena Jade Popovich Green.
Juliet Wilmina Soderling.
Mackenzie K. Long.
Alyssa Catherine Easterhouse.
Nasir Washington.
Amelia Renee Mendenhall.
Christian Joseph LaFond.
Isabella Beatriz Guevara.
Jeffrey Angelo Costanzo Jr.
Leah Min Volpe.
Nicholas Frank Brown.
Andrew Francis Danko.
Nathaniel Hoyt Raphael Schlee.
Olivia Diane Berry.
Sophia Madison Coleman.
Ava Bella Heppard.
Kylie Michelle Hetzer.
Charlotte Miriam Erickson.
Hannah Jean Andrews.
Brendan Patrick Gary.
Nicholas S.Q. Robertson.
Joseph Allen Pike.
Caitlin Smith Marshall.
Ryder Zachary Price.
Sabrina Rose Stefani.
Noah Samantha Davis.
Megan Anastasia King.
Hannah Victoria Crowley.
Molly Lane Henry.
Giovanna Abudanza Lane.
Grace Ann Donis.
Samuel Robert Fuchs.
Karina Grace Goldsmith.
Peter Lavery Strawbridge.
Taylor Pauline Hassenfuss.
Taylor Marie Pera.
Raven Andrea Shropshire.
Claire Alina Feltner.
Catherine Elizabeth Steele.
Anna Catherine Pavlovson.
Sadie Catherine Kaler.
Mia Eleni Zangernis.
Kyle Hunter Scoble.
Kaylee Marie Harris.
Carter W. Davidson.
Anne Marie Bucco.
Brooke Alexandria Studer.
Augusta Jade Patterson.
Emma Grace Rieger.
Avery Lynn Martin.
Deirdre Brady O'Connell.
Olivia Adelaide Dustrude.
Brooke Logan Stewart.
Olivia Danielle Wolney.
Gretchen Nicole Fieldcamp.
Marguerite Helene Conrath.
Sophia Liliana Amanjaro.
Sierra Marie Getchow.
Annabella Markovna Barron.
Juliana Marie Garcia.
Gavin Joseph Worvey.
Lauren Sidney Lefkowitz.
Evan Americo Griffiths.
Lauren Riley Hickman.
Jason Andrew Leibowitz.
Macy Alexandria No.
Grant Robert Miller.
Sarah Elizabeth Loam.
Nicholas Andreas Amarantos.
Caitlin Marie Capanjola.
Braden Michael Wright.
Ellie Elizabeth Carr.
Tate O'Haron Brandber.
Sabrina Rosemarie Ackerman.
Ella Catherine Regal.
Sydney Kylan Hoagie.
Joshua R. Ellis.
Caitlin Nicole Stevens.
Jenna Rayanne Kramer.
Allison Riley Moore.
Maya Grace Manister.
Jacqueline Nicole Kirkland.
Mary Corrine McCauley.
Chelsea Morgan Kirk.
Abby Marie Rock.
Sarsani. Morgan Rose Sarsani.
Miami Marie Hankinson.
Amelia Ann Heffern.
Maggie Conjure.
Martha Grace Meister.
Emily Elise Jacobs.
Trinity Jade Lewis.
Catherine Grace Carlson.
Delaney Elizabeth Barrett.
Kelly Elizabeth Eckberg.
Hannah Elizabeth Hartzell.
Kylie May Fink.
Matthew Allen Creek.
Claire Elizabeth Carton.
Colton T. Parker.
Isabel Margaret Story.
Sean Patrick McTaggart.
Lauren Trentman.
John Paul Koshelski. Nice spelling.
Jack Moore.
Caitlin Renee Valente.
Maya Olivia Stonestreet.
Joseph Ryan Gulick.
Allie Nicole Rolfe.
Jessie Diane Wheelock.
Megan Nicole Piccioni.
Emma Ruth Enderly.
Lindsay Nicole Moore.
Alexandra Lee Russell.
Mia Elizabeth Olette.
Haley Jean Luby.
Mackenzie May Narins.
Julia Kranofsky.
Morgan Tyndall Ramsey.
Morgan Bell Eversole.
Macy Margaret Gill.
Elizabeth Grace Minnick.
Nadia May Bingham.
Addison Rose Vicari.
Samantha Alessandri Mumper.
Reagan Christine Brewer.
Ty David Shobe.
Abigail Elizabeth Bauman.
Emery Claire Kennebeck.
Hannah Faye Stoll.
Jessica Lynn Jacobs.
Anna Rose Curtis.
Ava Grace Williams.
Alexa G. DeLuca.
Caroline Kirby.
Madeline Ray Stuckey.
Alexis Joe Stevens.
Kendall Renee Crow.
Caitlin Louise Monahan.
Lindsay Marie Niki.
Logan Robert Martin.
Stephanie Irene Smith.
Riley Marie Wilson.
Taylor Marie Henderson. Congrats.
Alyssa Cox.
Zoe Ann Lyon.
John Kevin Rick.
John Mark Sweeney.
Austin Michael Herman.
James Michael Apple Jr.
Cameron John Thomas Deere.
Brianne Michelle Kozer.
Maya Ray Tilley.
Okay. Aaron Dyke.
Allison Michelle Zupenzik.
Mia Bella Antonia Maria Stuckel.
Brandon Michael Grossfiler.
Wait a sec. Caroline Tracy Sanford.
Daniel Alinkman.
Beatty. Brooke Marie Beatty.
Carter Bradford Wilson.
Sydney Margaret Eisenberg.
Logan Anthony Moganum.
Olivia Jane Cole.
Axel Morales Garcia.
Day Jane Burns.
Elizabeth Knapp Embry.
Addie E. Whedon.
Alexandra Mary Brady.
Sydney Ray Hastings.
Jessica Ann Monahan.
Caroline Elizabeth Bricker.
Annabelle Ellen McCarty.
Lindsay Catherine Johnstone.
Jack Albert Sandell.
Lindsay Ray Neal. Nice hat.
Kyle Andrew Garcia. Look at that one. It's funny.
Kyla Mackenzie Powers.
Alexandra Friedman.
Evan J. Kennel.
Luke Anthony Dortman.
Evan Joseph Carroll.
Ryan Edward Easton.
Kasner. Carly Paige Kasner.
George Vogler Brand.
Nikita Hines Albinus.
Connor James Sawmiller.
Malia May Johns.
Ethan Von Holzbach.
Riley K. Farrell.
Kowalski. Carlton Edward Kowalski III.
Olivia Catherine Ernst.
Lauren Catherine McCann.
Greta Marie Goldberg.
Jessica Lynn Matthew.
Anne Catherine Hotkus.
Kennedy Irene Holder.
Victoria Alexis Brailsford.
Madeline Ruth Lutzko.
Nicholas William Lewis.
Caitlin Marie Groff.
Oliver Jake Stern.
Claire Ann Boyle.
Luke Sander Lewis.
Elena Lynn Earhart.
Mary Adelaide Summers.
Lauren Scott Murray.
Wait 1 second. Micah Adam Greta.
Destiny Nicole Coons.
Zachary William Jacobs.
Madison Maggard. Oh, that's cute, Storm.
Zachary Linus McCoy.
Brianna Marie Barnett.
Avery Janelle Arms.
Elizabeth Faith Wilson.
Emily Ruth Kemp.
Samantha Michelle Radin.
Anna Maria DeCelia.
Alexis Marie Miller.
William Thomas Kinsella.
Taylor Louise Murray.
Hannah Marie Imhoff.
Jeremy Jurgensen.
Ashley Lynn Shelton.
Jada Christine McClendon.
Michaela Ann Collins.
Nicholas Sumner Bertrand.
Jack Thomas Christian.
Isaiah Clarence Stokes.
Ty Mindo.
Aaliyah Nicole Porfidio Brown.
Michael Joseph Simeone.
Ariel K. Pruden.
Jennifer Maria Gonzalez Perez.
Nina Kathleen Guerrera Izquierdo.
Wait one sec. Daniel Scott Hoffman.
Caroline Mackenzie Hammond.
Charles Vincent Kupfer.
Joseph Michael Zach.
Caitlin Marie Slowinski.
Theodore Michael Brennan.
Tate Timothy Searles.
Hannah Sage Schwartzmiller.
Jessica Ann Farrell.
Catherine Quinn Jackson.
Emily Nicole Kolominski.
Lucy Taylor Wetzel.
Abigail Elizabeth Kramer.
Ava Grace Wise.
Madeline Elizabeth Davis.
Leah Mary Smith.
Daniel Robert Mitchell.
Lindsay Hannah Stein.
Bridget Hope Morgan.
Ava Margaret McKinney.
Catherine Stevenson Parks.
Samuel Joseph Law.
Abigail Grace Zamuda.
Shrey A. Patel.
Juliana Beth Namsu.
Connor Harrison Kraus.
Ian McGregor McGreal.
Eric Zachary Efland.
Peyton Jarrett Myers.
Cameron Robert Cash.
Anthony Kachulkin. Good coaching.
Ryan D. Beisel.
Luke Ryan Copsey.
Joseph Finn Glickman.
Robert Charles Schimmel.
Jack Preston Smith III.
Alexander William Ball.
Eric Richard Parker.
Augustine Gonzalez.
Andrew Joseph Fair.
Tucker Rudolph Helfer.
Stanley Clayton Matthews.
Elizabeth Jaylyn Zupp.
Benjamin Scott Wayman.
Madison Grace Reuter.
Tess Garrison Geever.
Emma Grace Paymer.
Sam Mitchell Salem.
Edling. Max Edward Edling.
Barbara Francis Dwyer.
Kylie Jean Michelle Gunning.
Lucia Maureen Willig.
Aaron Allison Hummel.
Anthony Joseph Conti.
Jessica Lynn Thomas.
Bryson James Tatum.
Harvat. Catherine Ann Harvat.
Declan Robert Urett.
Jessica Isabella Schmitz.
Kevin Robert Hearns Jr.
Eleanor Louise Coyne.
Brian Gregory Strick.
Ellie Grow Woodward.
Evan Christopher Vigorito.
Kayla Ann Walsh.
Elizabeth Ann Wright.
Sarah Jane Petro.
Sarah Nicole Shires.
Emma Alexandra York.
Logan Aaliyah Dowlin.
Haley Brooke Lubliner.
Abigail Renee Schlegel.
Jenna Lee McClanahan.
Henry Charles Boskin.
Alexandra Nicole Middleton.
Ryan Patrick Woods.
Allison Nicole Berry.
Cade Petty Nelson.
Caitlin Marie Jones.
Nathan Anthony Taroni.
Molly Joe Reinert.
Tommy Gilman.
It's okay. Madison Grace Kirkland.
Reese Davies.
Spencer Ryan Cox.
Adam Marks.
Amelia Eden Woodrow.
Benjamin Ford Brown.
Abigail Elizabeth Seibel.
Tyler Honstein.
Jacob Michael Lowe.
Haley Danielle Boyer.
Jacob Christopher Swigert.
Madison Hope Westerfield.
Delaney Marie Lineweaver.
Caleb Maxwell Lipkin.
Allison McKenna Tyler.
Zachary Michael Weaver.
Emma Joy Streb.
Ava Brianne Eiding.
Evangelos Apostolos Vasilakis.
William Roberts Materazzi.
James Andrew Morrow.
Alexander Michael Solomon.
Luke Lamont Dax.
Aiden Douglas Ayer.
Thomas Elliott Salmon.
Jared Lee Wagner.
Villada. Nicholas William Villada.
Aiden James Wacker. Sorry.
Gabriel Joseph Dearden.
Margaret Elliott Sampson.
Nicholas Andrew Leymorant.
Angela Nicole Perry.
Samantha Lauren Mervis.
Catherine Margaret Leisner.
Lauren Francis West.
Ty Patton Pierce.
Raw. Rachel Elizabeth Raw.
Annabelle May Wildermuth.
Leah Isabel Boxman.
Renee Nicole Palmer.
Megan Rose Nikolic.
Ella Noel Markovitz.
Molly Jane Whittam.
Mary Veronica Sperduto.
Madeline Lucy Shopes.
Colin William Thomas.
Julia Marie Epling.
Owen Michael Timmerding.
Mary Caroline Cermak.
Joseph Brian Clarkowski.
Brooke Avery Jackson.
Sam Schra.
Sylvia Aline Donalou Koenig.
Kennedy Renee Feathers.
Brooke Marie Sirigliano.
Marguerite Ann Francis.
Carly Lillian Service.
Liliana Catherine Voles.
Blake Michael Bazio.
Blaine Michael Riley.
Gallion. Tyler Nolan Gallion.
Garrett S. Cowdrey.
Ellie Marie Trimble.
Brandony Anthony Powers.
Dylan J. Bond.
Charles Leo Gaffney.
Evan Michael Kresnowski.
Maria Therese Van Aulach.
Lauren Blair Hampton.
Sierra Noel Jercago.
Lindsay Ray Gabbard.
Caroline Page Turner.
Donasia Maisha Lachey McCrae.
Sydney Lauren Watson.
Evelyn Grace Lipscomb.
Allie Renee Morgan.
Littman. Abigail Sarah Littman.
Hannah Annie Matthew.
Onita. Natalie Onita Ann Turnay.
Megan Elizabeth Eshelman.
Dorothy Sobey Lockmiller.
Leah Marie Barnhill.
Isabella Frances Johns.
Medi Matumbo Kabangele.
Dina Michael Dobrin.
Laura Nicole Evans.
Caitlin Marie Formigoni.
Cynthia Suzanne Hopkins.
Hannah Grace Harshbarger.
Michael Z. Liu.
Hannah Marie Dilly.
Carson Aarons.
August Marie Crawford.
William Richard McAndrew.
Alex John Nelson.
Luke Teeter.
Daniel Lewis Ogg.
Jack Thomas Craddock.
Natalie Nicole Carlson.
Emma Faith Huber.
Madison Lauren Ray Cromer.
Charlotte Rose Melby.
Claire Elizabeth Hornberger.
Natalie Marie Dirksen.
Emily Marie Hovsa.
Sophia Christine Abrams. My man now.
Leo John Donato.
Maxwell Richard Fiker.
Zachary Michael Whitney.
Caitlin Grace Ham.
Natalie Catherine Harris.
Leanne Virginia Kraby.
Ban. Zachary John Ban.
Ian Daniel Monteville.
Matthew Connor Fox.
Jacob Tyler Chasnoff.
Jackson D. Izzard.
Silmende. Amaya Silmende Mix.
Atasi. Hannah K. Atasi.
Emma Jane Davies.
Michaela, right. Michaela M. Elliott.
Julia Donna Shippanese.
Ashley Danielle Ream.
Brendan John Sharp.
Oscar Campos Ortiz.
Evelyn Grace Lemos.
Leanne Asadia. Yes.
Kiera Catherine Kelleher. Oh.
Mackenzie Renee Berg.
Julia Winter Beaumont.
Maria J. Barquette. Wait one sec.
Jessica Grace Miller.
Ella Grace Futch.
Sophia Laura Ross.
Giza. Catherine Alexandra Giza.
Amanda Nicole Finney.
Duckowitz. Katerina Andrea Duckowitz.
Zoe Taylor Krantz.
Olivia Catherine Tamer.
Riley Morgan Welsh.
Stidham. Jessica R. Stidham.
Kayla Tiffany Wood.
Kalia Doofenduck.
Charles Matthew Davis.
Becca Lynette Friedman.
Emma Sophia Page.
Elena Catherine Mueller.
Emma Marie Powell.
Bruzzi. Mia Christina Bruzzi.
Emma Nicole Makowski.
Samantha Brooke Ives.
Raya Michelle Vaughn.
How are you? Theodore Paul Johnson.
Tara Elizabeth Pulsford.
Carly Anna Greeman.
Riley Leanne Myers.
Caleb Alexander Duvall.
Claire Ramey Helsel.
Sophia Lynn Culver.
Brooke Pucack.
Centrella. Sophia Josephine Centrella.
Madeline Kathleen Rupert.
Logan Aaron Kiefer.
Reagan Claire Shrimp.
Mark Andrew Sullivan.
Riley Jane Reynolds.
Dayon Alex Brown.
Stephanie Nicole Salvaggio.
I should think I know it. Jackson Theodore Schlaboe.
Hannah Jane Fuller.
Zachary Eugene Imbrogno.
Taylor Christine Liang Thornburg.
Reed Christopher Woods.
Madeline Mary Miller.
Evan Robert Logan.
Kirsten Elizabeth, come here. Kirsten Elizabeth Hornberg. I'm sorry. It's okay.
Isaiah Cole Carrington.
Caitlin Ruth Rosalanko.
Brooklyn K. Schaefer.
Maya Ann Friedman.
Lydia Elam.
I like that. Jennifer Christine Siragusa.
Abigail Carter.
Jocelyn Leanne Thompson.
Clayman. Alexander Elliott Clayman.
Michelle Hong Win.
Andrew McCarthy Kammerer.
Maddie Reagan Rodriguez.
Carter Russell Valancourt.
Tiffany Renee Lucky.
Sheeter. Nicholas John Sheeter.
Madison Paige Patterson.
Lana Marie Moore.
Sydney Patrice Whitehill. I did count.
Madison Elizabeth Macau.
Angelica Crystal Bowers. I had to embarrass you.
Clara Jane Hemrick.
Eliana Sue Ventura.
Mikhail
Trudy Shane Schellenbarger.
Caitlin Mikhail Truman.
Holly Nicole Daniel.
Philpott. Kayla Michelle Philpott.
Zoe Catherine Peeveler.
Rochelle L. Scott.
Allison Claire Riley.
Josie Lynn Whaley.
Ava Pearl Rodriguez.
Lauren Nicole Tolliver.
Nicholas Phoenix Berry.
Sierra Rose Latisick.
Michael David Wood.
Alex Michael Brown.
Owen Bradley Johnson.
Skylin Christine Spellman.
Hayden Nathaniel Schoonover.
Logan Matthew Holzheimer.
Joseph John Robbins.
Santornia Sasha K. Ralliford.
Emma Taglamonte.
Yes. Erin Kathleen Connors.
Catherine Joy Sarkle and Shivo.
Julia Fortney.
Duncan Owen Clough.
Grace Hicks.
Melinda Elizabeth Barman.
Abigail Jane Suzek.
Maxwell Brown Wisman.
Joshua Carl Russell.
Quentin Michael Hendricks.
Becca Marguerite Borton.
Nathan James Villette.
Jordan Renee Hammond.
Megan Mackenzie Neely.
Jocelyn Grace Moe.
JC Faye Miller.
Maggie Elizabeth Rednauer.
Mackenzie Renee Claypool.
Simon Miller.
Sydney Ann Evans Reynolds.
Alexandra Evelyn Karen Bauer.
Savannah May Parker.
Ariana Olivia Nooks. Nice hat.
Alexis Renee Young.
Monica Christina Gay Feliciano.
Brooklyn Anastasia Wilson.
Ryan Foote.
Madison Elizabeth Moorhead.
Emily Michelle Kirschenbaum.
Sarah Jane Tripotto.
Andrew Joseph Lawrence. Brooklyn Summer Terry. Thank you. Are we good?
Yes, go ahead. Thank you, everyone. And I apologize, I know we ran out of Changemaker coins at the end. If you did not get one and you want one, if you want to make your way back up here after we dismiss, Leah will be up here to get that for you. So will all the graduating students please rise if you are able? Friends and family, I present to you our Changemakers, Miami University's graduating class of 2025 of the College of Education, Health, and Society. Now would everyone stand if you are able and join in the singing of our university's alma mater. The words are printed in the program.
Old Miami, from thy hill crest, thou hast watched the decades roll, generations questing from thee, sturdy hearts and pure of soul. Old Miami, New Miami, days of old and days to be. Weave the story of thy glory. Old Miami, here's to thee. You've embraced the generations, men and women, young and old, from all races of all nations, and your glory will be told. Old Miami, New Miami, days of old and days to be. Weave the story of thy glory. Old Miami, here's to thee.
Thank you. Please be seated. In a moment, we will do our recessional of the faculty and graduates. Afterwards, please join me and our faculty and staff for a reception on the West Concourse where we will celebrate today's great accomplishments.